Hello, friends. So today let's talk about research reporting guidelines. So based on your research methodology, if you're ready now, you're on the verge of writing the manuscript, how to write a manuscript. So there is a particular standardized guidelines for that. As you can see here, if you open this website, equatornetwork.org, then on the right, there are all these research methodologies, and next to it, these are the guidelines. So let's just take an example of randomized control trials, right? And then you click on concert, and then you can see the checklist option. You click on the checklist option, then click again, and then a Word document opens where you see all the steps, where what are the things you need to capture in your manuscript. As you can see, there are all the registration numbers of your study, the ethics registration, the funding registration, and then you start with the introduction, the background, the objectives, the method, the inclusion and the exclusion criteria and eligibility, then the sample size, randomization, everything step by step. So this is how you draft your manuscript if you've done a randomized control trial. So writing a manuscript is an art, because whatever hard work you've done, it has to be communicated in a very structured way, and this gives you that structure. Let's take another example. So say you've done an observational study. So you click on strobe here, and then you get a checklist. They are giving you options whether you want it in a Word or a PDF format. You click on the PDF format, and then again you see this. You get a full checklist of title, the introduction, the background on why you did this study, then study design, whether it was a case control study or a cohort study or a cross-sectional study. So you can include that. So it's a very structured, a step-by-step approach, as you can see. So if you are writing a manuscript based on this, then the chances are that your manuscript would be accepted for publication in a higher impact factor, peer-reviewed journals, if you're following this appropriately. What that does is that it makes the job of the reviewer a lot easier because you've followed the steps. I'm not saying that following this, your article will definitely be accepted for publication. Obviously, the content matters, your study, the quality of the study matters. But if you're writing the manuscript in a very structured way, it makes the job a lot easier with regards to the processing time. So say if once you have submitted the manuscript, the time taken from submission to publication, say if it was 6 months or maybe 8 months, you can drop it down to 6 months easily if you've written your manuscript properly in a very structured manner. Let's just take another example. So say you've done a qualitative research. So again, you click on SRQR, and then you click on the link here. And then as you can see, you get a structured guidelines on how to write the report. So the title, abstract, everything is mentioned here. And the good thing here is that they've given you examples as well. So again, this is very useful. Method, result, everything. I think this is abstract. And then you dig deep, and then you elaborate in length. Say if you've done a quality improvement project. So Squire, you click on it, and then you get a checklist here. And then again, as you can see, this is the format you follow. So again, the title, abstract, what was the problem, what was the existing literature, what was your rationale, your objectives, and then you start with the method, and then how did you collect the data or the information, what intervention you used, whether it was a PDSA cycle, and then how did you analyze the data. Everything is mentioned here. So you just follow these steps, and then you write your manuscript accordingly. So as you can see, for every methodology there are guidelines. So say if you've done a systematic review, there is Prisma guideline, study protocols, spirit. So again, I think this chart is very important, and I've seen this. They frequently ask this in exams as well, where they include research related questions. So I think it's important that you know this chart well, and then now you know how to find the checklist, and you can follow the manuscript accordingly. So I hope this was useful, and I'll see you again in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.